Hello, welcome to my channel. Renzo here. Okay, I'm gonna paint this beautiful horse. I got here the drawing ready, and the colors I have are titanium white, cadmium yellow, cadmium orange, cadmium red, ultramarine blue, and Mars black. Okay, all my brushes are synthetic brushes. Okay, I got basically flat and filbert brushes, a couple of round brushes too. Okay, let's see. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna paint first the background. I'm not gonna paint the same color of the background. I want, we see a warm light on the face, a cool shadow. This light blue, is a cool color too on the background, but I want a neutral color. That's what I want right now. But I'm gonna see, what I'm thinking is, that warm, cool, and neutral color. A neutral color could be gray, for example, black and white, with a touch of orange. Okay, well, I'm trying to get this a color that is no warm and no cool. Obviously, that all the colors change depending on the colors that are next to this one. I mean, it's just like this one I'm using now. If I make it this a little bit warmer by adding more orange, and I put it here, for example, something like that, or even more. I mean, this area could be warmer than this. There is obviously things that are pretty obvious, like a warm color and a cool color, and there are warmer and cool colors just in comparison to each other. That means that, for example, blue, a cerulean blue, could be warmer when it's close to an ultramarine blue. Okay, I'm gonna mix more, just black and white and orange. At the beginning I don't use too much paint, and I basically just thinking about just filling in one area with something just solid, flat. And from here I can just make changes, like maybe paint this area darker, or this area darker and lighter here. I can change anything I want. Oh, hello, Andrew B. Okay. Now, a clean brush to paint the light. Okay. We see that's a really warm light. That means it has a lot of yellow. Start with yellow, white, and orange, just to get closer. It doesn't have to be like a perfect match. It's just my first layer. Okay. I see the color is more orangey here. Yeah, I don't pay attention too much to all of those details now. Like I said before, it's just the first layer. I'm trying to get all the lights. Okay, got the lights on the face, here, on the nose. Okay. No light on the hair. Okay, what else I see? I see a reflected light, which is kind of orangey, and then I see all the shadow, which is kind of bluish. It's a combination between a bluish color, which is sorry, more bluish here, and as it's bluish here and more like a purple here on the shadow. Yeah. Okay, let's try just with one color, and then later we add more variations. Okay, like maybe more purple, more violet. We don't need to paint all those colors at the beginning. Okay, now I'm gonna pick up a clean brush again, a new brush. You know what I do? I dip this brush on water like this, just, and I put it on my table here. Okay. Now, let's see. I got this color here. I'm gonna mix ultramarine blue. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need cerulean blue, but first let's work just with this one. Let's see if I can get closer. Black and white and ultramarine blue. I'm knocking down the color with black and white. Okay, a touch of orange to knock down the color a little bit more. Let's see. I like it. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Now, as I get closer to here, the edge between the light and the shadow, I'm gonna lift up the brush just to try to get a soft edge, which is gonna be difficult, you know, but something like this. And I need to prepare more paint. I'm gonna leave some space with no paint for the reflected light. It's kind of here. Yeah, this area is gonna be okay. Okay, I'm gonna prepare more paint. It was just black and white, ultramarine blue, and orange. Okay, I add some water. It's not like a lot, You can see my canvas is horizontal. Sorry, it's vertical. I mean, it's just on an easel. It's not on a table. Okay, I continue putting paint here. Okay. I'm not thinking about details right now. Everything is just flat. Okay. Okay, let me think. Yeah, I think everything is okay. Okay. Now, another brush. I'm gonna pick up some orange and I mix it here with a little bit of this blue, with a touch of white. I just wanna knock down this orange a little bit. Okay. Let's see if it's still wet. No. I don't use any medium. I'm just using water. This color is pretty close to my canvas. Okay. A little bit of orange here. I see orange here. I see orange here. Orange on the nose. If I make a mistake with any color, I'm just going to let it dry. Okay, where I see more orange? Orange here. A little bit of water. Orange. Orange. Okay. Now let's paint the mane. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna use a filbert brush. This is number 8, and I'm gonna mix black, red, and orange. I need more paint. Black, red, and orange. And just one brown. I don't want to spend time trying to get the details around the main because I'm gonna paint again the background. The good thing about these fiber brushes is, controlling the pressure we got when we work like that because of this rounded. Yeah, you can get a soft edge. See this? Or if it's not soft, it's gonna be like a broken edge, and that's pretty good for acrylics, since something that's pretty difficult to do with acrylics is get soft edges. These fiber brushes helps a lot. Here's darker. Okay, you use the same color, but I'm gonna change to a different brush, a smaller one, to paint around the mouth, the nose and the mouth, which is darker. Hello, Cisarte. See? Okay, let's pick up. There's a brush number. I don't see the number anymore. Okay. But it's not necessary to know the number unless you're gonna use the same brushes that I'm using, because from brand to brand, they change a lot. Let me see if I can show you here. And obviously it's different from a round to a flat brush. Look at this, for example. This is number 16. This is number 14. Does that make any sense? This is, the number is smaller, this is bigger, right? I used to have an idea about the sizes because a long time ago, it was like a few brands here, and they have kind of the same measurement system. Let's say you can tell a brush it was numbered 14, 12, 16. Now from brand to brand they change, and sometimes they change a lot. Okay. To this stage, I think everybody's on the same page. Yeah, they say that's pretty easy to get to this point. Everything is just flat. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, 5. From here is like we need to pay attention to midtones, and more midtones. I was about to say details, but no, not details, midtones, because details we don't need to think about painting really tiny, small details. Obviously, the eye. Obviously, that we need to paint the eye, but it's not like gonna paint eyelashes. Now, from here, at the same time, is up 21. What are you gonna do? You're gonna make it, maybe try to end up with a really photorealistic painting, or more painterly approach. And for me, I change a little bit from painting to painting. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with my more painterly approach. Let's say with some visible brush strokes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna paint again the light on the face. Got yellow and white. After painting the light on the face, I'm gonna paint the background again. It's too yellowish. Looks pretty yellowish, yeah? Okay. Add more white. Yeah. I like it, I like it. Another touch of orange here. I want some variety here. I want just one color. One color was okay for the first layer. Okay, I need to spray water on my palette, spray water on my brushes here. Okay, step back, check out. Everything looks okay. Okay. Let's continue. Now I go with or maybe no, not the I was thinking about the background, but now I'm thinking, maybe I should change the color of the background. I didn't get the color I wanted. I wanted a really neutral color. We got this kind of looks like kind of violish. You know, I had gray on top of orange. Yeah, I got that color. Let's see. I'm gonna mix again. I need more black. I'm thinking, you know, I got this bluish color here, yellowish color, or warmer color here. Okay. I don't want to paint the same light blue for the background. I want more contrast here on the face and here. That's why I choose that grayish color. Obviously I don't see the real color that I wanted because the first layer is transparent. Okay, I need cerulean blue. Okay, I got cerulean blue here. Okay, oh, I need some orange. Okay. A little bit of cerulean blue, orange, ultramarine, orange. It's pretty close to this one, eh? Okay, more orange. I don't like it. Stink. A little bit of green, okay. Okay, I like it, this color. I like this color, I think it's better. Okay. Okay. Now let's start working here. From this color I'm gonna add just more cerulean blue. Let's see. Oh, Andrew B saying, I think for the background you also need the color to contrast in all the little gaps in the main. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You know, a darker background works pretty good with this. I mean, creating contrast on the face and the chest and the neck. it doesn't create contrast here. That's for sure. But I think that I think that's okay. Yeah. The other option that we have, just light up the background here, at least a little bit, and have contrast with the main. Yeah, but it's not like I think I got enough contrast on the horse. It's not like I want contrast everywhere. But let's see. It's too early for me to know exactly how this painting is gonna end. Obviously, you're gonna copy it and copy the photograph as much as possible. But little things, little changes like that, like adding more or less contrast. I gotta see that on the process. Okay, more cerulean blue, a little bit of white. Okay, knock down this cerulean blue a little bit more. Let's see, it's working better like this. Do you notice how I laid down the paint? It looks lighter now. When it dries, it's kind of just fade away. Yeah, we gotta be careful with that. We gotta be careful with that because otherwise we're gonna start painting and painting. We check out again. It looks like just the brush strokes just disappeared. I'm going to saturate more the reflected light under the mandible. I just want to see how it looks. More yellowish. Okay, maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too much. I'm saying that maybe it's too much, but I'm not saying that I'm gonna stop. Okay, I have to continue painting, and I gotta just let the color just kind of sink in, and then I'm gonna judge if the color is good or not after maybe the next 20 minutes. Okay. Just pick up a little bit of orange and red. The way I end up applying the paint is just like using a dry brush. Not too much paint on my brush, and I go on the air, just pretty lightly. Okay, I lay down a little bit of paint. Okay, now I add in some water. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello, Bob. Andrew. Oh, thank you, Andrew. Okay. Okay. Now I have to continue adding smaller brush strokes, like all these areas, to create some details with those smaller brush strokes. Like for example here. Okay. I got really intense color, lighter, warm, cool. I need to change this a little bit more. maybe lighter, maybe more neutral, maybe with more white, more opaque. Okay, let's see. I just want to try something here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna paint it just here. It's lighter. It's more mute. You know, neutral. It has a lot of white. And adding more water to make it work as a glaze as I go up. Okay. Yeah, not sure right now if I like it. Again, I gotta just wait. Okay. Squinting and stepping back. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I think I like this color. Yeah. Just like I gotta work here better, look at the curve. It shouldn't be like that. It just looks like a perfect curve and definitely it's not like that. Okay. I'm gonna mix more of this color. And I would love to paint it more solid, not transparent like this. Okay, I gotta think. Okay. No, I'm gonna move to. I need to work more on the neck. Oh, hello, Maggie. Hello, Bastian. Thank you. Oh, Andrew is suggesting that maybe you could make the main lighter than the reference. Oh, it could be too, yeah. Hello, Michael. I want to knock down the light a little bit. Here, the light on the neck. Notice that I mix this with a touch of this color here. What I'm thinking is that maybe I just should keep the lightest light or the brighter color just here on the face. Okay, that's why I'm mixing this the same. This is the brush that I used to paint these lights. Definitely this color is more mute. I'm thinking, yeah, I could concentrate everything here and just knock down all this a little bit with a glaze. Since I cannot have, sharp, softer edges, maybe the way that I could get a soft edge just by adding some. Okay, let me do it. If doesn't work, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna repaint it again. Let's say I got this color here. I got this kind of blend everything here. Okay, I'm thinking just by doing this and creating some soft edge, just by let's say changing all the values to be closer. Okay, and I could do the same all around here, but I like that light here. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that here. Maybe here's okay. Like we say, I gotta wait. It's too early to know if that's working or not. And if that is not working, I'm gonna just repaint it again. Okay. Now, is that add something at least, some movement, anything? Definitely, that helps to the paint. A sharp edge, I mean, is something that we don't want of any painting. It doesn't. It doesn't matter what we're painting. Okay, and sometimes when we cannot get a soft edge, you can just kind of bring all the values together to be really close to each other, and that way all of them looks like there is no edges between them when the values are pretty close. Mm? Okay, I like it. I like this effect. Okay, and even I could even the good thing about acrylics, obviously, that's what I love the acrylics, is that we could just make a lot of changes and then repaint again. Yeah. Maybe that's obviously the intention I got here is just creating some movement. Yeah, the horse is running, or maybe it's not running. No, it's not running. When they run, I think they open their mouth. They open their mouth, and yeah. But let's say there's some movement and some dust or anything. Okay. Hmm. Hello, Gary. Thank you. On Facebook, hello, Cheryl. Good morning. Hola, Arak Art, desde Bolivia. Me saluda. Okay. Okay. I need to work on the main. I was thinking at the same time, you see the blue here, in this area. It's pretty nice on the photograph. I don't know if that blue, because it's pretty bluish, it's gonna work on my painting. I got a different color. I could spend more time trying to mix and get really close to the color, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Bastian is saying I would like to ask if I can send you a reference photo portrait to paint someday, maybe. Yeah, of course. Yep. Why not? Let's see. Okay, right now, I'm thinking, I'm just going over what I got on my painting. Thinking I got this, yellowish light, this orangey color between the light and the shadow. I got this orangey reflected light, blue here, some purple, some darker color, cerulean blue, ultramarine blue, a little bit of greenish even. Okay. Now, I think I got everything I want, but I still think that it's kind of I like it, but the saturation is just I would love to see some resting area. Like I was trying to do that with the background, like something grayish without too much color, where I can just rest my eyes. No, I was trying to do that with the background. That's what I came out with. I came up with this color. Okay. Then the other thing I was thinking, I got light here, light here, light here. Yeah, that's pretty good. One thing that I don't like about acrylics is just that I cannot get soft edges if I don't blend right away. And sometimes I just don't want to spend the time blending. Yeah, but if you want to see some more like soft, smooth out surfaces on my paintings, like blending a lot, I got a couple of portraits there where I blended a lot. It's not like it's not possible, it's like sometimes so just I don't want to do it. Okay. And I came out with these brush strokes with the intention of creating some movement. I think I got that, yeah, pretty good. I like these brush strokes here. It creates, something there, some kind of atmosphere, which is different if I go just all the way down with this light to the contour of, to the frame of my photograph, to my painting. Yeah. I'm gonna mix black and cadmium red. Let's see some darker spots here. I need a smaller brush, a pointy brush. This is pure orange. I wanted to create some transparency on the shadows there. Oh, Gary saying, I was just thinking that on the picture the light source makes sense, but on the painting I'm trying to figure the light source. Uh, I was referring to the background. I think lighter would make everything else pop. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, that's a good point. Mhm. Okay. Okay. This is kind of, let's say, blurry. Yeah. Because of this, because of there's no detail here. Here at the same time there's no detail. There's more details here. I was thinking just to make maybe the background a little bit darker here to create even more contrast on the with the head. And that for sure is gonna keep obviously all the light here. Then this light not as bright as this one. Then everything fades away, with the exception of these lights here. Yeah. Just thinking, just thinking. Okay, I gotta work more on the body, on the neck. Oh, hello Sharon. How are you? Yeah, I've been working. Yeah. Uh, um, yeah, yeah, I wouldn't say that really hurt, but I would say that I've been showing more, my, let's say my exercises, my practices, especially about drawing. Yeah? And thank you so much for everybody for being here. And I gotta say that I always appreciate a critique, a suggestion. I'm changing some values that you check out. Looks like all these values are the same. Yeah? You see on the photograph, here's darker, darker. I've been already touching, but I've been just lighting up the values, and I got some mistakes here that I gotta fix. Okay, first darken up all this. Yeah. Hello, Emilio Rivero, thank you. Oh, Bob is saying I liked the idea the other day that you might paint outside in the park. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Sometimes I take my mom, to this park because it's huge, huge, huge. Maybe it's kind of the same size of the Central Park in New York. I mean, that's the only reference I have. The, then, uh, that's what I remember about the Central Park, New York, like from 20 years ago. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's pretty huge. It's full of trees, and some people just go there just to breathe. You know, some clean air. Used to go there with my kids, and lately I've been taking my mom for some walks. And I was thinking that, and while I'm just there, I can just pick up my easel and paint. But I should first go and make some sketches, some thumbnails, something, because uh, it's not like there are a lot of things to paint. It's just trees, trees, and look for good lighting, you know, or just pick up any scene and try to make it beautiful by changing colors, adding more contrast, and adding more light. Yeah. Let's see. But I think definitely I'm gonna do that one of these days because maybe next week I'm gonna take my mom again for a walk. I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. And of course I'm gonna make a live stream. The only thing I need is my cell phone. Yeah, that would be pretty nice. Oh, Andrew B saying, we'd love to see you paint outside and get to see your city. Yeah. You know, the thing is that I live like that part of the city is pretty nice. Yeah, it's the only thing now that there are a lot of buildings around this huge park. It's just like everybody wants to live there. The apartments are so expensive. I mean, I would love to live there, you know, but just imagine just living just in such a place that you can just go outside and breathe here in the middle of the city. And I live like six, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 8 blocks from there, which is not that far away, you know, kind of close. But here where I live is pretty crowded because let's say that's the downtown, and it's crowded to, you know, to the point that sometimes I go outside. It's pretty difficult to walk or even crossing the street because it's crowded. Yeah, just how the city's changed from just in 8 blocks. I'm cleaning my brushes. I'm just trying to rest my eyes. I just cleaning my brushes and don't watching my paint. I don't see my painting just to rest my eyes and try to have a look, a fresh look on my painting, at least. I mean, this is not enough, but I mean 1 minute at least is something. It's better just to let the painting, you know, rest and go back to the painting the next day. Okay, I'm closing my eyes. I just wanna see my paint. You know what? The first thing I saw as soon as I opened my eyes is this reflected light here. It's pretty orangey reflected light. I'm not saying that I don't like it or like it, but I'm saying that that shouldn't be the first thing that I see on my painting. Okay. Having a lot on the painting like this light, my eyes just went directly here. You know, what should I do? Another thing that I noticed as soon as I saw it is this shadow here, which I think should be a little bit lighter to create some volume here on the cheek. You know, it looks kind of flat. It's kind of flat, you know. It's kind of flat. It's not like it's rounded. Yeah, but anyway, I mean, I don't want to make it rounded, but I don't want to make it like it's just too flat. Okay, from there it goes down to pretty rounded. Yeah, but this area, I remember where I mean, I see that on the photograph. I remember that. I mean, because I have seen some obviously horses on real life. Okay, now what I'm gonna do here. Yeah. To be honest, I don't know. I'm thinking. I should knock it down that. It's just too bright. A glaze, okay? Just a glaze. Adding this blue for a lot of water as a glaze. I think that's better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Bob Jingway said, just give us plenty of warning so we can catch you, please. Watch you please. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to announce the streaming like at least a couple of hours in advance, or maybe one day. Yeah, no, no, maybe I gotta see, but at least a couple of hours. Hello, Marina. Hello, Jojo. Saying hi from Philippines. Pretty nice. Okay, I think that's it for today. Yeah. Adding some glazes, just an orangey glaze, just here, just to knock down, just not half all the background, just with one color. Okay, just that. I'm gonna do this maybe just a couple of minutes, and that's it. Okay, take care, everybody. Thank you for being here. See you all next time. Okay. Every time I say bye, I mean I see things that I gotta fix. Okay. Thank you so much. Take care, you all. Bye. Putting all the brushes of butter. Okay, yeah, that's it.